So I've been asked to do updates on two of the snakes. Well, not updates, I've been asked to do an update on Alice the Cuban boa, and I've been asked if the king snake has gone back to its wild state since it escaped. If you don't watch my channel, then this king snake escaped from its tank and it was missing for over a week. 1 week and 3 days it was missing, and it was basically loose in the back garden. So I got a question asking if it returned back to its wild state, and simple answer to the question is no, it didn't. It's still the same as it's always been. He's a little bit jumpy, a little bit feisty. He does give the odd nip every now and then, but that's where he's always been. So he's not really wild. He is captive bred, so he doesn't really know what the wild is, but he does act on instincts, like most snakes do. But if you compare how he's acting compared to wild snakes, you'll see I can stroke him there and he's not biting or anything. He's more interested in getting away or exploring. But yeah, so he's pretty much the same as he's always been. He's actually quite bigger than he usually is. I think he's nearly 6 foot long now. I'm sure he's grown about half a foot since I found him. But yeah, so that's my little video on the king snake. No, he hasn't gone back to his wild state. He's the same as he's always been, like I've just said. And he's always just interested in exploring and eating, and that's pretty much him. Still one of my favourite snakes. So I'll put him back and I'll get on Alice. Close that. So Alice is now in Bim Bim's old cage, and she's doing really well. If I can grab her. So as far as an update on her goes, she's pretty much still the same as she was in the last video. Really tame. Though she did look like she was going to strike at us there. But I did surprise her when I got her out of the tank, so yeah. She's just shed, so she's looking a little better than she usually does. Every time I've done a video on her, she's always been in shed. But yeah. Well, as far as an update goes, there's nothing much I can say on her really. She hasn't changed much since the last update. She's about the same size as she was in the last video. She's on the same diet. She gets small rats now. And every other week I mix it with something else, which is usually chicks. She looks like she wants to go at the camera. I don't think she likes the camera that much. But she's got really long teeth, and I really don't want to get bit off of her. I've never had a proper bite off of her. I've had a few glancing blows, but I've seen her teeth, and like I say, they're really long. Probably longer than her there's my speech impediment going off. Probably longer than a green tree python's teeth. So I really don't want to get bitten off of her. But yeah, so I got asked to do an update on her, so I thought I would do an update anyway, even though there's nothing much I can say on her really. Still the same as the last video. Same diet, same length. Different Viv since Bim Bim died. I've just put her in his old Viv. But she's looking really great, because for the first time I've managed to get a video of her not being in shed. She really doesn't like getting touched for some reason. What's the matter with you? think she's hungry. I'll have to feed her. That sounded Irish. Feed her. I had to feed her. So anyway, nothing much else to say really, so I'll put her back without getting bit hopefully, and then I'll put her back in a tank. I didn't even touch her then, she knew where my hand was. Yeah, this isn't going to happen well. See there, I'm not even touching it and she knows where my hand is. She's following it, she's obviously very hungry. She's breathing heavily as well, which is a sign that she's going to strike. I really don't want to get bit off her. I'm not in the mood for getting bitten tonight. And the hook is nowhere in sight. I have no idea where I put the snake hook. Look, I'm not even touching her. I'm like a mile away from, well not a mile, but like a couple inches, look. I didn't touch her there. It looked like I did on the camera, but I was a couple of millimeters away from her. I don't even have to touch her. Wonder what happens if I actually touch her. It's like instant. Oh, this is going to be fun. What? I know you're hungry. I can't do anything about it at the minute. Blame the workers. They threw away the freezer with all the food. So I don't have anything to feed you until tomorrow. Whoop. Calm down. Look. Chill. What's wrong with you? I'm not in the mood to get bitten tonight. Seriously. Don't. Look, here's my hand. Over here, look. Pay attention to that. Not this hand. Pay attention to the other hand. Right, fuck this. Oh, for a fact I'm gonna get bitten. This might be my first ever proper bite off of her. I got you. I guess it's not going to be my first ever bite. Okay, there you go, back in the tank. So yeah, that was the update on the Cuban boa and a little update on the king snake. So I'll end the video now. Thanks for watching and goodbye.